Testing. All right. I guess Tesla's down 10% today. Well, got a lot of overnight news. Q1 deliveries drop. That's a pretty big drop. 261. Damn. Yeah, that's a big drop. Yeah, Tesla down big today. See if they bounce back. That's a pretty big drop. It's like kind of a muted slash red start today. INSG up. TTMI, FTNT up. Most everything down a little bit. AMRN, Acacia, ESNT, Match.com. FTNT going basically flat today. Fortnite events to number 2 in Firewall. Alright, so I'm trying to set up a Fortinet trade here. Fortinet on the weekly with a beautiful cup and handle. We have a couple good green days here recently, about five green days in a row. Need to see if we're going to turn to a 6th green day here. We have an alert level set up. Well, based on no alert yet. Let me set an alert. Alert to go with, and I guess at this stage we're just waiting for breakout volume to show up. That should confirm a breakout of sorts. Up, Ted? What do you think about the fact that Winnebago keeps hitting 32 and can't get over it? Well, I think you know what to think about that. Usually acts as a resistance point. Yeah, it's fine. It's only a few days here. You know, sometimes you see these take a few days. Other times you have longer consolidations here. Here's a level where it couldn't get over this 23 whatever for a few days. Then it finally did. Here, obviously, it took a bigger consolidation. So, yeah, it's just kind of taking its sweet-ass time. There's a bit of a higher low thing going on here, too. You can almost call this a bull flag. A little small bull flag here. I wouldn't think too much about it. I mean, so far it's behaving pretty well. This is your kind of your ultimate line for danger of the immediate uptrend, you know, falling apart is this $28 level. So I wouldn't be massively concerned until this level's broken. If this is a longer term trade, then then this setup is perfectly fine. Higher highs, higher lows, setting up and consolidating after earnings in a nice flag pattern. Not too bad at all. I'm still watching Fortinet. I want to see if this thing's going to get going. It's looking like a pretty good setup for a trade. 99 composite rating. Tons of funds entering this stock in like the number 7 industry group. Liking it. I just found my pen. Or a pen. Yeah. So trying to keep an eye on this guy and see how it's doing. Looks like Skyworks also trying to clear its own hurdle. Looks like it's getting closer every single day. Painfully closer till one day, boom, it just breaks up. Here's the thing. We all get a little impatient, but the guy on the other side of the trade, the institutional investor, is very patient. So we have to have some of that patience as well. As long as your stock is doing fine, there's really not much to do. And we just kind of wait for it to play out. Nvidia pulling back 1% today. Market 0.08, so market holding okay so far. Nvidia pulling in on what is normal volume, I would say, so far for Nvidia. Take-Two Interactive. Our buddy Fox. What's our buddy Fox doing? Still squeezing this little way to all-time highs. There you go. We talked about that little consolidation. Broken out of that. And just very, 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 very tight action. Not a lot of selling up here as of yet. Getting over to that breakout point potentially here. 67.80 or 76.87 would technically be your breakout point at that stage. So liking both FOXF and FTMT. All right, we'll start with F. Of course it's going to work. Looks like trying to get over that little high there, so should be hitting the 77 level pretty soon, at least the high up here. 76, 77. Fortinet went negative on us so far. Fox is not going negative on us. Fox looks like it's continuing higher. Where's my thing? Huh? Volume tiny on this move up. Just tiny, tiny, tiny. Look at that first 5-minute candle. Not much going on there. Second one looks like it's a little bit better. Not much working today in terms of overall within the trend, above the trend line. Right down a little bit. CDNA, which has had tremendous runs here. Looks like pulling back to the breakout point. Volume's probably a little bit heavier than I'd like, but it's finding some support here at this. I think that's the 50-day. Yes, it is. Support at the 50-day. This technically is an add-on point. Also happens to coincide with a breakout point. Not sure I'm going to take that one right now, at least. Square down. Having a bad day. 1.57. Spirit Airlines. 1.57%. Good day yesterday. Not such good day this morning. Seeing some distribution as the market tries to make its way green. Maybe sell off in the morning and then bounce in the afternoon. We shall see. Too many pens. FOFX, look at that. Second candle getting on with it. Still no major volume, unfortunately. We had another day like this day, which just ended up going crazy. And so far looking like a lot of the same here with FOXF. This thing's been pretty much on a run up, except for that little flag pattern. FTNT down 1.125% now. I reversed there pretty quickly. Yeah, Diamond Offshore yesterday doing pretty good. Gave it all up right there. Pretty big move back down to the open. So some distribution stepping in, seeing some selling. CGC trying to find a bottom. GMAD. Acacia still chipping out at highs. Winnebago came right 31.9. O'Reilly. Another new high yesterday. Looks like just in a sequence of new highs. Price is really narrowing. Look at that. Past 3 days have been very narrow. We're pretty wide, narrow, very narrow. We'll see what today brings. If you draw a trend line here, it kind of looks like we're, at least on this 5-minute chart, on the cusp of breaking a trend line. We'll see if it's a pullback or not. Nasdaq 0.06 up to the moon. Trade desk, nice consolidation. What's our buddy VFF doing? It's like a little gappy gap down this morning. On the overnight session, we actually came down a little significantly. Any news? Cannabis marketplace become one of the fastest growing global blah 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 blah. Wow, this is a long news article. Oh, they just have a huge. Oh no, that's something else. Over the counter PBIO. Okay, so why are you attaching yourself to this guy? Right there. Just so you'd show up, huh? My wife does this part. Apply cannabis-based creams to suppress pain on specific body parts. She does that. Works okay. Alright, so that's just a stupid pump article by some news agency. But VFF pulling in today. Big buy there on the open. Look at that green candle. Pretty nice. That's a big green candle at the bottom. That should hopefully lead to some support, you would think, with that much volume. See if it happens. Fox looks like went a little higher, pulling back in a little bit. CGC getting some mojo. Diamond Offshore a little bit higher. Nvidia came right back. And AMRN down just a little bit. Well, gapped up yesterday for some reason. It likes to look at this thing. A few shares up here, a few hundred shares, a few thousand shares, whatever. Fortinet. All right, what's working generally in my watch list here? Not a whole lot. Pretty lazy day for the markets. I'll take it. Mentioned a couple days ago that I'd really like it to just be lazy and just hang out for a while. Really not rush up, really not rush down. Ideally, we would just chill. Boeing bouncing. They had some news about their plane yesterday, so things got pretty jumpy. Jumpy this morning too. Look at that volume stepping in. It's probably what's propping the Dow up right now is this Boeing move. Huge move. Well, big enough. Big enough. Pretty much came right back down to the open or the close from yesterday, and then you see right there moving up. Or I guess right here, that's the weekly chart. So Boeing giving the market a lift. GNC, INSG, which yesterday was looking really bullish, today trying to fill out that triangle. And trying to get on with it. We'll see if we find resistance up here at this triangle again. Almost the second stage of an ascending base is really what it looks like. Why am I seeing ascending bases everywhere? Seen them in crypto a lot and seem to have worked out decently there. So there's base 1. This would be base 2. And then base 3 would end up somewhere up here. If it were indeed an ascending base. I don't know, not quite sure that it is yet, but has the tendencies of that. It's held that high very well. This entire 1, 2, 3 bottom test area here held that high. And so far looking good for INSG. So I guess if you were to just try to measure and move this, be looking at about, I was going to say 7.5. Let's call it 7.5. Last time I got there in 4 days when it finally decided to rally. That's pretty impressive. See, the volume coming yesterday was pretty nice. What's up, Alex? Let's see this other base breakout. We had, again, impressive volume. And then this thing just, oh, that's 4 weeks. And then this thing just rallied for, say it took about 20 days. Alex, why haven't you slept, man? You gotta sleep, Alex. Promise you. You'll be much better at everything if you sleep. Yeah, so last time we started having good volumes over here, you know, we had a nice pocket pivot here, and then we kind of floundered about, had another pocket pivot, and then we started kind of rallying here with a third and fourth pocket pivot. So now today we've got 1 pocket pivot, 2 pocket pivots. Didn't I see what happened with the markets? What happened with the markets? Nothing happened with the markets overnight. Well, my overnight. Now I was asleep, my friend. I set stop loss orders and I go to bed because unfortunately we can't trade. You know, 20. You know what, my friend? Just set a stop loss order. I had one. I ended up buying Bitcoin Cash on this dip yesterday. I posted it in the chat room. Well, I don't know if I posted my buy, but I posted where I thought it was bottoming, and that's when I bought. And then I set my stop loss here overnight. We were up here. It was pretty late for me. I was chatting with a programmer friend of mine and went to bed. Almost got stopped out. Sometimes you do. You just kind of have to let it go. So you have to learn to deal with the market as it is, not as we wish it to be. And there's always another day. There's always another trade. And so you can't stress over it too much. The trade that seems life-changing and altering today, you won't remember in a week and a half. You won't remember it at all. So, Yeah, set your stop loss orders, go to bed. If you get stopped out of a trade, it means that either your buy was bad, the market wasn't ready for you, or something. So, um, but yeah, you got to sleep, my friend. You've got to sleep. I promise you. I've had a lot of those nights. Very few of them are worth it. Um, I'll let you know if it's worth staying up for. So far, it hasn't been. I mean, the move the other day would have been worth staying up for. Like if we broke out here, as we broke out. I mean, these moves were quite. So we actually moved here, broke out. Bitcoin Cash in the morning. I think Bitcoin broke out late. Oh yeah, yeah. Bitcoin broke out here in the evening for me, so I did stay up for a while because we were moving, but not too long actually. And then I went to bed, and we ended up kind of floundering out a little bit higher. And Bitcoin Cash just went crazy, obviously. And then I went to bed this day okay, because it looked just felt like a normal consolidation. Now this move over here, I was a little trepidatious about, but I just set my stop loss and went to bed. That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do. Ted says you get too emotional when you don't sleep. Well, a lot of things happen when you don't sleep. You don't make good decisions. Ted's right. You are emotional. You get crabby. I stayed up late the other night just watching a stupid show, and ended up on Monday. I ended up not even being able to to work on the program. My kid was here, and it was too much for me. My brain didn't have enough cognitive overhead to pretty much deal with what was happening. So it was just a dumb, lazy day. Is what it ended up being. Yeah, get your sleep. Get your sleep. All right, Match. Oh, Match took it on the chin here a little bit. They were doing pretty good. Fortinet lower. VFF not bouncing back. Not yet. Still kind of holding the lows. We'll see if that good volume's going to keep its fortune, reverse it, and go higher. Yeah, go to bed right now, Alex. Just go to bed. Market will still be here, I promise. It's not going anywhere. It's not like a girlfriend, which you have to stay up and make sure they don't leave you in the middle of the night. Now that you have to make sure of. I chain my wife to the bed. It's not like that at all. Skyworks getting living up here towards these highs, which is different. These other attempts at highs have been kind of pokes. This one, not really higher, but not really hanging up higher either. This one run up, run down. This one's been kind of walking up, so this one probably a little bit more sustained until we see a seller just come back and slam it back down to the earth. NASDAQ 0.15%. Looks like the high of the day so far. GNC leading us out of this with a garbage move. INSG still doing pretty good, still sitting there at those highs. Kind of like that little move to 7.5. That's not bad. Oh, and look at you. 621. I forget what INSG does again. Why do I think they're biopharma or something like that? Oh no, 5G wireless PC cards. Ooh, that's a 5G play right there, ladies and gentlemen. That could be setting up an ascending base. So here we have a huge cup in this IPO, so yeah, this is pretty nice. 80 composite rating. Industry group rank is 24, 200% EPS change last quarter, 2 quarters of EPS acceleration, 20% sales change last quarter, 376 million market cap. So it's a very small stock. Very small. That's tiny. This could indeed be an ascending base. If this thing were to get to $1 billion market cap, which I don't know if that's out of the realm of possibility. You're talking about almost a 2.5 from here, which is quite amazing. Yeah, let's say this thing gets to, what's a double from here? 10? Maybe some options there for some longer term stuff. What's up, Rob? This is a very small market cap stock. Just tiny. See what FinViz has to say about this. Maybe one of those diamond in the roughs you don't hear about too often, almost like a Jesse Livermore super stock. 5G, which is very in vogue right now, in the middle of what could be an ascending base. So IBD has very specific criteria, and they don't always, give you all the information. FinViz is another great resource. I'm sure I've shown it to all you guys before. Finviz.com. I think you can see the URL bar. You cannot. So right there, finviz.com. Finviz.com is very good for a little bit broader information. But look at that, 378 million market cap. It's super tiny, 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 tiny. So there's your ascending base. You can see that 450 level acted as support. So they're not letting it get back below 450 there. That's what the ascending base essentially implies, is active accumulation. EPS this year, 84. Next year, 1,000 basically. So accelerating EPS according to estimates. Hi, James. You all right? Wash your feet. You come sit with me? I'm doing power hour, so be a little quiet. That'd be nice. Gross margin 35 is pretty good. ROE leaves a little bit to be desired. Forward PE 19, which is not bad at all for a very micro-cap growth stock. Let's see if there's anything major going on here. I mean, there's really not a lot, but this thing is working really well. This is INSG. Yeah, 330 million market cap. I mean, forward PE of 19.5 for a potential high growth stock is pretty dang good, man. That puts it in value stock territory. Apple's PE is still at 35. Well, I'm sorry, no, they're not. They're like 14 or 12 or something. INSG. I wonder if there's anything we can infer by the products they make. Something else we can, maybe stock twits or something. All right, here we go. Inseego expands Skyus Industries. Yeah, 10% drop on Tesla. It has not been they've come back 1%, so I don't think they've gone down any lower than the low of the day. They have not yet. I don't know if they will. They got bought up significantly right there. So we'll see how this plays out. Could just be another chance to get it a little bit lower. But again, like I said for a long time, these are long-term plays in Tesla. That's not, I don't view Tesla as a tradable asset for this reason. For this reason. I said yesterday up here, I'm like, yeah, I hope this stays above this trend line because that would be a nice ramp to the upside. I said last time I came up here, it sold right back down. It did the same thing again. Same thing again. So very, very interesting. Oh, I don't have INSG on my actionable list. Right there. Let's get back to INSG. See if we can find some good information about it. So going to Yahoo Finance. Inseego expands Skyus Industrial IoT product family with industry's first ruggedized gigabit edge routers. Whatever that means. Oh, are they? No, they're not access points. They're routers. 1.2 gigabit LTE speeds, industry robust feature set. Full featured IIoT routers. Blah, blah, blah. Hmm. These are all pretty old. Douglas Kahn. That could be actually an interesting news article. Let me make sure I can see chat here. Crypto stalling a bit. Yeah, Justin, you should have. Are you in the Slack chat room? I don't. Sorry, I'm not sure. Actually, in the chat room, pretty much posted a stalling on that candle right there. In the chat room, that's when that's when the market shifted right there. And so that was one of my better calls I've had in a while. In terms of that, which has proven to have a longer consolidation. See, Litecoin tanked after that a few hours after. So, yeah, the market basically shifted right there. Don't forget to get dressed, James, okay? So that was pretty good. BSV has actually remained fairly healthy, though. It did have that, but it reversed back very quickly. Back up there towards the highs. Even Bitcoin Cash hasn't really done that. Didn't get back up there. It only got to there. And now it looks like it's trying to go sideways, and hopefully it goes sideways and curls back up. That would be the ideal thing at this stage of the game. And I didn't see your comment, Ted, so I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. If you're referring to 5G, 5G is pretty fast, low latency, and high throughput. I don't know too much about it. Probably should learn more. Probably would find some good information about what's going on in the 5G space, make some good trades off of it. But 5G is going to be the next thing. And there's apparently a huge move globally around this, which is why for investors it's great, because if one of these stocks like INSG becomes a leader in some form, everyone's just going to order from them and just buy. All right, this is the EVP of Operations. Skilled Tech Executive Doug Caliber on the Inseego team. Unique expertise and extensive experience in driving innovation in domestic and international supply chain operations. Innovative supply chain operations. Seems a little disingenuous. So two initiated upgrades, or two initiated analysts. Can't think of words today. So I can't even see what that says. What does that say? It's yellow. Never put yellow on a website. You're retarded. Hold. It says hold. Later, Rob. See you, buddy. So 2 holds or 1 hold. Blah 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 blah. Revenue and earnings. So how's revenue coming down? That's interesting. Quarterly it's going up. Annually it's going down. What's that about? How's that even possible? Holder sustainability profile. And see what happens. They start coming down. Nasdaq not coming down 0.15%. Everything else is kind of in the red right now in terms of Fortinet down 2% now. Backing off from that alert level for sure. Amarin down 1.46%. Match.com, Ctrip, Acacia, basically flat. And not much going higher, so today's good research day. So let's do this. How about this? If you guys want to, I'd appreciate if we could do this. Let's all do some 5G research for the next 15 minutes. 5G research and see what we can find in terms of actionable companies like leaders in 5G technology. Four companies, big early winners. Who's the leader in 5G technology now? It's a Quora post. Top picks for 5G. That could be a good one. Let's do innovative 5G. Of course, everyone thinks they have innovative 5G technology, so that's garbage. No, Ted, you've got to research. Just plow through that damn school bus, man. Just go. We need this. I wonder if there's any, what's this? What's Keysight? I'm always excited when I'm doing research and I see a PDF on the internet. Hyper low latency, hyperscale. '90s brought 2G, 2000s brought 3G, 2010 saw 4G. Now we're going to see 5G. What are you pumping, Keysight Technologies? Do you have a statement at the end here? Oh, speed 5G, guys, right there. Right there. Means it's going to be super fast. Seriously, though, this is a pretty big deal. You know what? I actually saw a 5G list somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Of 5G stocks. So this is cool vision for 5G networks. That's interesting. Let me see if I can find that. Ah. Five G. Here we go. There's a lot of Yeah, it's a long list. There's a bunch of them. Let's see. Let's see what the market's doing. Come back down to flat. Acacia rolling over a little bit more, 0.56%. AMRN so far living at lows there. Wish it would have gapped up to 21.5. That'd be cool. Nvidia pulling back down. It popped up, pulled back down. INSG still holding higher. Let's go to their website. Sometimes the stuff just hits you in the face and it's right there. Okay, I want to see more about this one. So we got software as a service, IoT and mobile. And I can do too. Remove import. Yeah, see, that won't work. FIVG. I'm not sure what that. Oh, paste symbols from clipboard. I've got to have a comma. Okay. I do that. There we go. FIVG's on here. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of names that aren't necessarily strict 5G plays. IQ. Keys is a 5G play that's already up massive. Looks like a lot of these are larger cap names. I'll probably remove. Yeah, like I don't need AT&T in here. Why? See, that's not even really a good one. Cool. Thanks, guys. Well, the Slack chat's just there, Justin. It just kind of is. I'm not on there all the time. Haven't been extremely active lately because the market's just been blah, and I've been doing other stuff. But it's basically my Slack chat room. Everyone just kind of can go in there and do whatever they want to do. But I do show up from time to time. And yesterday was one of those times where the market was moving. I was there, interested, and I was kind of giving some analysis. So we mentioned that topping candle. There was a bottoming candle. I mentioned high volume candles do bottoms, and then it kind of rolled over a little bit after that. And I said, I guess it wasn't high enough volume. Apparently it wasn't. So 5G. Okay, what are the other ones that you've got there, Nick? Nokia, UBNT. So let's do this. So let's save that. And we'll do by symbol. And XLNX. See if we have that one. Man, a lot of stuff on here. Okay, we got XLNX, COMM. Like I said, I'm probably going to remove a lot of these. Skyworks. That's one that we already follow. Ericsson. We got that one. Finazar. I think I saw Finazar on here. Yep. Nokia, UBNT, those were on here. AVGO, I forget what. What's that one called? Ave? Broadcom. Keys and Cisco. So Cisco's gone. Oh, maybe not. Apple's gone. I wouldn't consider that a true 5G play. Analog devices. I don't know what that is. I know Acme a little bit. ALT, AMD. That doesn't belong on a pure 5G play. I think I'm looking for like pure 5G plays. Wouldn't you guys agree? Casa Systems. What would be a good bounce opportunity on Litecoin in the Slack chat room? Yeah, CTL. What's that thing? DLR, DOX, EQIX. Look for something setting up and get rid of the things that aren't. There's FFIV, F5 Networks. They've been a player for a while in everything. FIVG, there's a recent IPO. Could be a good one. Finazar, it's been around for a while. Corning, I don't really consider you a 5G play. Alphabet, not a 5G play. Hewlett Packard, not really a 5G play, although I do like the chart. This looks pretty. Looks like we're already kind of trying to break out of that. I'll keep that on here, but I'll probably delete it later. Intellisat, not sure what that is. IBM, definitely not a 5G play. IDCC, IMFN, INSG, which is doing good. Intel, IPGP, IQ. I don't think they're a real 5G play. Juniper Networks, could be. I'll have to do some research to see if they're actually keys. This is that one that's just been on fire all year. Right there, just a huge move up. Light, Lumentum, no idea what they are. LSCC, I don't know what you are, but you got a huge move ahead of you. Mellanox, they got bought out or something. They're not going to help us out. Momo, Microsoft, Micron. National Nokia. I did heard they were getting pretty deep in 5G, so we'll leave them up for now. NVIDIA, NXPI, ORA, ORAN, Qualcomm. They're a chip play. They've always been in mobile, so maybe they'll come back. QRVO, RDN, SKM, SQNS. Here we go. Let's use my handy dandy keyboard technology. There's Skyworks, AT&T. Definitely don't want them. Tencent. I don't know. Leave them up. Guess I don't know enough about them. TMUS, UBNT, which is just freaking crazy, as it should be. This really good stuff out of that company. VIAV, VMware, which is not a 5G play. Vodafone, which is not a 5G play. Verizon, not a 5G play. This could be, we just don't know about it. YY, I don't see how you're a 5G play. And I don't know what that is. So we have tentatively a list of 1 billion stocks for 5G. And INSG also leading this one higher. So, good stuff. Global watch list, 5G. Okay, so we got that. That's our 15 minutes. That was a lot. Actionable list. Okay. And INSG kind of leading the day with actionable list, leading us into 5G, which is pretty good. AMRN has come down significantly, 2% now. INS and INSG. INS coming back a little bit today after a big sell day yesterday. Look at that. Good stuff. NASDAQ negative 0.17%. And we'll see a little bit of a sideways day here today. Acacia holding up. And what do we got? Come on. Okay, weird stuff just happened there. AMRN down significantly. Fortinet too, coming down a bunch. Last time we had another route to the downside here. Maybe we'll get lower, and we'll see something off of this trend line. Maybe we just need more consolidation. That's why you wait for the breakout point. You never quite know what they're going to do. Skyworks, ENT, VFF, looks like they're making a little bit of a comeback. So far, so good. Looks like MJ's doing something today. No, it's not. Well, its options are, at least a little bit. And looks like Square's having a bad day too. Oh, really bad day. Straight down basically to the 74 level. That's fun. Or not. As the NASDAQ comes down 0.25%. A little bit of distribution yesterday. GNC, INS, Stars, Constellation Brands. What are you doing? You're moving today. You have some news or something? Oh, they had earnings. Okay. $1.7 billion portion of wine spirits portfolio. It's a boost from beer sales. Look at that. That one's been beaten down for a while. And right on earnings, kind of getting on with it there. Interesting whipsaw after hours, though. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Market's, I won't say falling apart, but it's definitely not participating in my version of the market where we're rallying. INSG holding up very well, though. Appears to be potentially a pure 5G play. I'd be interested in those pure 5G plays. Look for those smaller cap ones. I wonder if I can export that list that I got. Let's see if I can share this. Share 5G. So I'd have to... Okay, I guess I don't quite know how to share this. Export? Trying to keep it in their Thinkorswim ecosystem. Can't export very easily, can you? Doesn't look like it. I'll have to figure out a way to do that. Actually, I have the list that I got it from over here somewhere. Wherever it is. Hi, James. Thanks for getting dressed, buddy. Yes. Yeah, you can play for a little bit. There you go. You're welcome. Oh, it's on my other profile. Here's that full list. It's gonna spam. Wow. Oh wow, that didn't format well. It's just a big gobbledygook of characters. That didn't work well at all. I'll have to figure out how to get that out. All right, guys, I'll figure out how to get that out. We'll chat tomorrow. INSG looking really good here. I really like the setup. Potential ascending base forming on a very small cap stock. This could be in for much larger gains. Again, it's hard to say exactly how things are going to work out, but here's definitely a potential for a large gainer. All right, guys. Create a link to share it. I can try. The problem is it's going to be in Thinkorswim only. Run in Thinkorswim install to open. Okay, so here's the link they gave me. Excuse me. Voice is kind of doing weird stuff. There's the link they gave me. If I'm looking at it right now, it doesn't look like you can. Doesn't look like you can just grab it and go. Doesn't even show the. I don't know what the hell's going on. See, that looks nothing like my watch list here. To open manually. Click Save to Thinkorswim to view this watch list in Thinkorswim. This is how your shared watches will look on Thinkorswim Sharing Center. Show on my trade. I don't know. I don't know. Nasdaq down 0.33% right now. So, let's see if it'll hold up today or not. Looks like things rolling over a little bit more. Other than that, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Kids are going to go off for the day. Let's hope the Nasdaq doesn't fall in too far. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. If you guys can't get that watch list, let me know. I'll try to work on it today. See if I can just copy and paste it into a file or something. I'll share with the Real Crypto website or something like that. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy. Bye bye.